Believe me, I am tired. Undefeated is intended for ages 18 and or older. This visual novel contains scenes that include intense graphic violence, flashing lights, substance abuse, and strong language. Reader discretion is advised. Oh, and listeners and viewers. Let me load up. Let's see. Guess we're right here. So, yesterday, at the time of this recording, we had Xander's emotional breakdown and get to hear about a lot of his past, which, yeah, that was heavy. But, let's see what else we got. We already talked with Drayden. We can talk again? Pretty sure we can't do that. Let's watch people train. I might need to change a scene. Bucky's probably coaching a class right now. I know I'm not supposed to train, but Drayden won't get mad if I just watch people exercise, right? And Drayden told Bucky I'm not allowed to train, so I doubt he'd even let me in the first place. Bucky seems like a calmer presence than Redline, too. Feels like what I need after all that. Let's go have a chat with Bucky. I head down the hall toward the gyms. We don't have a scene transition. The halls have been getting more familiar to me these days. I guess that's what happens after a month of being locked underground. I say that as if it was against my own will. I wanted to come down here. I've been wanting to come down here for a while. Just was hoping for better circumstances. The smell of the gym sort of lingers around the first floor. You can smell it coming from a mile away. Nothing potent, of course. But it's definitely noticeable whenever I step into the hallways. The sound, too. But there's always some sort of chatter echoing these halls. Even at quiet times, there's a rowdy guy or two, or 12, stepping out of a gym room. The only genuine silence is at night, or in our room whenever Redline is out. It's actually kind of eerie when it does happen, like it's not supposed to be there. It only gets louder as I approach one of the gym rooms. I can hear Bucky yell out a command, followed by a chorus of leather slamming into training pads. More yelling, more pads. He's got a really loud voice. At least it carries nicely. I never once had trouble hearing him over the rest of the noise of the gym. I made it to the door, but there's still some butterflies in my stomach. He probably won't be happy to hear that I've been effectively banned from working out for a bit. Maybe I should turn back. Go do something else with my time. Hey, Xander! The butterflies stir. My head snaps through the window into the gym. Bucky's standing outside, waving me in with a big smile on his face. There's no real way out of this now, so I step inside. There's about 12 guys in here, each of them a little bigger than me. Half of them are holding hefty training pads. The other half are practicing their technique on them. Bucky's leaning against a small countertop that runs alongside the entrance of the space, watching with arms folded over his chest. His head turns to see me as I come around, standing next to him. Xander, how's it going? You here to do a bit of sparring? He seems excited. I thought Drayden already told him I couldn't. As tempting as the offer to punch someone is, I feel like the wrath of the doctor is something I don't really want to face again. I shake my head at Bucky. No, sir. Drayden's got me off for a week. I thought he told you. Bucky nods and grins. Ah, that was the test. That was the test. Good to see you're an honest fella. Not that I doubted you, of course. Yep, a good, honest kid, Xander. Always speaks his mind and tells people what he's feeling. The aggressive head rubbing really drives his point in. I feel weird batting away from my coach's hand, so I just let him keep ruffling my hair. After a moment, he stops and chuckles. Or maybe not. How'd that make you feel? Loved it. I lied, reaching up to smooth my hair down a bit. We'll work on it. What brings you by? I'm not sure, actually. I can't really exercise, right? I just need some company. Well, once you're done coming up with an excuse to talk to me, you can be my assistant coach for the day. How's that sound? Before I can protest, a slightly too big baseball cap gets slapped onto my head. I lift it off and take a look at the front. It says, Ass Cooch. What? What? No. Came back from the shop with a typo. Couldn't you return it? Return it? I had to steal this one before they sent the whole box back. Listen up. He's loud. Hey, already in. Everyone turns their attention to us. Xander is going to be our assistant coach today. Treat him with the same... He stops and looks down at me. You gotta put the hat on, Xander. I know better than to disobey my coach, and he's not exactly the type to budge on his weird rules. I slip it on, even though it doesn't fit perfectly over my little antler nubs. Treat him the same as you would me. But no random gut shots. Doctor's orders. He pats my shoulder. Bucky has them start off with some cardio drills. He leans back against the countertop. People take random shots at your gut. If they're brave, or stupid. You should have seen Red before you showed up. No Spitfire couldn't keep his paws off me. It's a miracle I didn't end up starting a fight. Yeah, I can relate. Bucky laughs at that. Has he started anything with you? Not exactly. Unless you count that one punch on the first day of class. Nah, that wasn't a fight. Consider that a work-mandated beatdown. I hope it didn't go too far. I shrug. It's nothing. It's nothing I haven't experienced before. My old gym did something like that. Although nobody there was. Strong? He flashes his cheesy grin. I wouldn't say that, but you know, group classes, they weren't exactly professional fighters. But even the rest of the guys in my class down here didn't really do anything. Not until Redline stepped up to the plate. Stronger than he looks, huh? Should have warned you with that one. Red's got drive. And the rest of the guys down here don't? Touche. Not saying they aren't also capable of kicking ass. I mean, hang on. Bucky moves out into the group, pulling one guy aside to correct his form. I guess I should probably do my job too. Which is easier said than done. These guys are all pretty experienced, it seems. Aside from one outlier, everyone's got their form down. Not sure what I was expecting. These guys are professionals. It's a bit strange to describe myself like that. A professional, I mean. I'm good at what I do, obviously, but suddenly gaining that title feels a bit jarring. Hard to believe, a little over a month ago, I was stocking shelves for a living. Now I'm considered one of the top fighters in the country. Okay, that might be going a bit too far. I'm 0-2 as a professional, so being a top fighter is really only because I'm in a league with the best fighters. and I'm not sure if that even counts given my situation. And looking at the rest of these competitors, it's clear I'm in the big leagues now. They're all a full weight class above me. But some of them are moving faster than the guys in my weight. Scary stuff. Typically there's a trade-off between agility and strength depending on the weight of the fighter. But it's usually proportionally the same. Of course, Brad and I can't hit as hard as Bruce. We have much less weight that we need to move around in a fight. So we're much faster in comparison. These middleweights Bucky is training are at the midpoint of both speed and power. Oh, hey. The lizard guy next to me throws a jab, then a straight at his partner's pads. His leg lifts up and rocks the other guy's side. The rat lets out a squeak, but he keeps holding the pads up. Excuse me. I wave my head and approach a few feet to the side of him to catch his eye. He doesn't look at me, instead sending out another jab to the pad and a straight punch to the rat's face. Hey, hello! He scoffs to look at me. The rat awkwardly steps back. What? You should be hitting the pads, not your partner. Okay. He turns back to the rat. Hands up. The rat sheepishly lifts his pads, and the lizard continues, aiming a few blows at the practice pads and throwing an extra somewhere on the other guy's body. Do I just ignore it? I could ask Bucky for help, but I don't want to go tattling on to the coach. I'm the assistant coach. I have the authority to stop him, I think. Excuse me! The lizard guy groans and turns around. What do you want? You're practicing. You need to stop hitting your opponent. This isn't even sparring. You're just... I know what I'm doing. Thanks. Right, but... Alright, you got a problem, dude? He steps forward, bumping me with his chest. The training around us seems to have cleared some space, making way for his outburst. I'm just trying to... I'm not about to listen to some 0-2 loser tell me how to train. The lizard steps forward and shoves me. Taken off guard, but managed to brace myself, only stumble back a few steps. Ryan! Both of us nearly jump as Bucky's voice pierces the air. The lizard, Ryan, apparently darts his eyes to Bucky behind me. Laps! Now! He looks at Bucky, then down to me, then turns with a scoff before trotting out the gym. Bucky approaches from behind and pats my shoulder. Double time, everyone! You alright, Xander? I'm fine, yeah. You sure? Stick hand grits my shoulder. It's incredible how his voice can go from terrifying to comforting in a matter of seconds. Yeah, honest. A little shaken up, but it's... whatever. Bucky takes me back to the countertop, sighing as he leans against it. We've been having problems with that guy since day one, I swear. He's angry, abrasive, violent, way too focused on trying to be manly, like he's trying to prove something to someone. Starting arguments was one thing, but now he's picking fights and getting physical with people. The other coaches sent him to me to try and get him in line. I have no clue what to do. Bucky shakes his head, watching the rest of the guys exercise. And when he starts actually hitting people during practice, then everyone thinks they can. God damn it! Hey, come on! The Roo steps away from the counter toward the group of boxers training. I can see one fighter in the back is going a bit too hard on his sparring partner. I'm glad Bucky's the one who has to deal with that. I've had to intervene a few times in the past, and it's not exactly my favorite thing to do. These guys are bigger than me. Fueled up on testosterone and looking for a fight. Not interested in being on the receiving end of that when it's outside of my weight class. Hey, Coach, can I ask you something? The rat velvet on the floor grunts quietly, like he's trying to call attention, like he's not trying to call attention to himself. Was that for me? Or did he mean to call Bucky? After a few seconds of Bucky yelling down another one more aggressive guys, not looking this way, I realized this was my problem to deal with. The rest of the class goes by without much of a hitch, thankfully. Bucky has the men run drills for a while longer and even gives some tips on how to coach people better. He's pulling double time as coach. Almost feels unfair to the rest of the fighters. I've already had a bit of experience coaching here and there back in my old classes. There's a lot less work to do here, though, partially due to my injuries not letting me hold bags or participate in any drills. These guys are professionals. I don't need to hover around to make sure their forms are correct. I still do hover, though. There's a lot less correcting that needs to be done here. That one rat guy called for me is currently on the receiving end of Bucky's newbie initiation right now. Apparently, he just got in last week. Poor guy. Only had to deal with the lightweights punching me. This guy is decently well built, but I can tell he's on the lighter end of the weight class. Still, he takes the rest of the fighters without too much of a problem. After they finish working the rat over, the rest of the fighters sort of disperse among themselves. But the new guy sort of hobbles himself over to the countertop by myself and Bucky. Bucky, the sadist, has a big grin on his face. Good first class? The rat wheezes out a laugh. Those guys hit like a truck. I think I'm ready to go down a weight class. Bucky laughs. I think we can do something about that. You're already hovering near that weight. I'm going to get you settled in and see what we can do. Sound good? As long as I don't have to do that again. Ow. He rubs his bruising midsection with a smile on his face. Oh, yeah, you're Xander, right? Coach Xander? I take the hat off and hand it to Bucky. I think it's just Xander now that class is over. Right, yeah. Thanks for the help earlier. I really didn't know who to ask for help since Coach Bucky was busy. Some of these guys are f***ing scary, dude. As if on cue, Ryan the Lizard from earlier stomps back into the gym, his gym bag still leaning against the wall untouched. He's very sweaty and very angry. I swear his skin has almost turned red. He darts his eyes at me, then they stray to Bucky next to me. Excuse me for a second, boys. Bucky hops towards Ryan, pulling him aside and leaving me alone with the rat guy. I drop down and sit next to him. Yeah, I know what you mean. A lot of these guys can be a lot. I kind of got that vibe. I thought some of the fighters down here would be different than the ones topside. Nope. Assholes all the way down. Damn. My old gym was full of them. I was kind of hoping it'd change once I hit the big leagues. So far, it's been more the same. Every guy likes to think they're top of the world, I guess. Well, we're like 1,000 feet on the ground, so they got a ways to go. He chuckles at that. What happened to you? Bucky said something about doctor's orders? Ah, yeah. You see the fight the other day? Be more specific. With Bruce, big T-Rex guy. The big guy? Dude, the whole room popped off when he crushed your chest. That's disheartening to know. I think you can tell I'm not too pleased about that. Hey, I didn't cheer, just, everyone else. He laughs a little uncomfortably. But, yeah. Thanks for all the help today. You seem approachable. Way better than the rest of these guys. And that stupid cooch hat probably helped. I'm going to throw that thing through a fucking wood chipper. Over my dead tail! Bucky hops back over, seemingly more stern than before. You alright, guys? Can I see the hat? Absolutely not. He ruffles my hair. I can feel my face turn hot for a second. Well, the rat guy stands up, wincing as his bruised abs bend and flex. I should probably head out, shower off. All that fun stuff. Catch you guys tomorrow. Bucky waves him off, and the gym space feels quiet, save for the amount of guys screwing around in the hallway. How'd you like your first time coaching, Xander? Was it everything you dreamed of? I've helped coach classes before, topside. Right, but this time you got to wear a hat. And I almost got in a fight. Ah, right, that also happened, huh? You doing all right? I shrug. Not the first time down here someone's tried to intimidate me. Ah, yeah, but Ryan can't push you around as easy as Bruce did in the cafeteria, huh? I glare at him. I didn't tell him about the cafeteria. Redline told me. Sounds like Bruce owes you a new smoothie. I feel like that's pretty low on my wish list right now. Ah, well, hopefully you can teach him a lesson one of these days. Just like how you taught Ryan a lesson? Bucky sighs and drops down, sitting next to me with our backs up against the countertop. I just don't know how to make these things stick, man. I swear, every coach down here has had a talk with him about how aggressive he gets with the rest of the fighters, even outside the ring. When he goes all spouting some bullshit about manliness, like shoving dudes around and picking fights is supposed to make you a better person. I don't get it, Xander. These guys are so talented. They've got great physicality and determination. But there's this brain poison or something just infecting them. All of them. They have to be the strongest or most aggressive. Like some dumb alpha wolf bull. I'm sure you've seen it. So many guys get messed up ideas of what we're down here to do. What, beat the shit out of each other? He pauses and laughs a little. Well, okay, so that's not entirely. That's what they wrote on my contract, man. Just come down here and crack skulls. None of this being nice was in my job description. The kangaroo snickering underneath his breath. It's nice to see him smile. That's very true. I'll have to get you some bonus for being so nice and helping me out today. But you know what I mean, right? You see half these guys come down here just to make people bleed and fuel their own ego. They don't care about the sportsmanship. They don't care about getting stronger. This is just an outlet for some aggression. And you know, it spreads easy. A lot of these guys steal their personality from some asshole at the gym. It's like they think fighting is all about manly and angry, and that defines them as a person. Whoever can punch the hardest is the better man. Think there's any way to fix it? Bucky lets out a sigh. No clue. But the least I can do is try my best. Give them some love, some positive reinforcement. Set a good example. Help them? I don't know. Channel their feelings into something productive. Like punching people. He chuckles a bit and tosses my hair. I was thinking more like getting them to encourage and uplift their fellow man. The punching bit is just part of the job. I'm at least glad you got someone like Red. Really? Pup's the nicest fella down here. Not like that's a hard contest to win, but he's at least a breath of fresh air. Yeah, I guess. He scoffs. You guess, huh? Or has he been shoving you around behind closed doors? Not at all. If anything, he's too friendly. Don't look a gift you ain't in the mouth, Xander. Just try not to be too hard on him, yeah? I'll do my best. Bucky's not wrong. I remember it all too well, both at the gym and back home, and both at the gym back home and just from some people I know. Combat sports can feel like a breeding ground for shitty people sometimes. Aggressive, violent people get good at the sport for the wrong reasons. They train people up to be like them, and the cycle continues. It's a mess. It's part of why I tried to keep my head down when I first got here. I know what these people are like. They're all like Bruce. Really big, dumb, insecure, egotistical meatheads. Well, okay. Maybe that's not entirely true. Redline and Bucky have been kind enough. And some of his friends probably won't try to assault me. Yet. And some of the guys topside were alright. But they always started to stray toward the assholes. So it was really only a matter of time before they changed. I wonder if I could have changed any of that. Maybe I could have been more friendly. Of course, that would open me up to the assholes pushing me around for more than they already did. Ugh, I had enough as is. The commotion outside is getting a little louder. Some of the people are moving through the halls. Sounds like the cafeteria is going to be packed. Has Bruce given you any more trouble? Since the fight? Haven't seen him. Ah, good. If he ever does, come to me. I won't have any of my boys getting pushed around. It'd be better if I could push back. Bucky chuckles and ruffles my hair again. I shake it back to normal and stand up in hopes of avoiding any further tussling. That's why you got me here. I'll push back for you. Outside of the ring, that is. Whatever you say, Coach. He stands up, too, almost in a huff. Why are you saying it like that? You think I can't? I start making my way to the doorway. Yeah, it looks like the cafeteria is as packed as ever. Even Bruce and some of his cronies are waiting in line. I don't know. His body's pretty rock hard. I've hit him more times than you, so I think I would know best. Bucky almost snorts at that, hopping up beside me. That's up! Oi, Bruce! After recovering from that deafening voice, I can see the dinosaur crank his head towards us. Those eyes dart down at me and his brow furrows. He starts to move closer. What are you doing? Proving a point. Come here, big guy. What? Xander here says you're too tough to be hurt. I absolutely did not. Bruce rolls his eyes and smiles. Oh, you telling everyone how much stronger I am than you? You must think I'm pretty... In the blink of an eye, Bucky's sucker punches was buried deep in Bruce's abs, folding the dinosaur over in a fist at a sharp angle. What the hell, old man? And that, Xander, is proof that no one's impervious. Bruce stands upright, wincing a bit as Bucky's fist pulls out. I wasn't even flexing! So, you want another, is what I'm hearing? A second lightning-fast punch and an air strained through Bruce's gritted teeth. His muscles are tensed up, but from the sound of the impact alone, I can tell Bucky's punch hurt. You gonna start thinking twice about punching down outside the ring, champ? I can see a bead of sweat trickle down Bruce's head. He growls and I can see his fists tighten. He glares at Bucky, then pauses, almost like he's reassessing. He turns to me and his biceps tense. Bruce snorts some hot air and turns to the door. Yeah, right. I got food to eat. I'll crush you and your coach later, pipsqueak. Bruce forces his way through the crowd to rejoin his group of friends, who are now much further ahead in line. One of them turns to ask him something, and he barks something in return. Bucky, on the other hand, has been laughing to himself. Don't let these guys shake you, Xander. Even Bruce is all bark. All bark and some bite. A lot of bite, yes. But now you know he's not invincible. Are you gonna get in the ring? Are you gonna get in the ring in my place? He massages his fist. Wish I could, but I can train you to get to that level. And all that talk about how bad it is to go around punching people to prove your dominance. I'm a coach. I've got to teach these guys lessons and humility. If that's what they need. Monty should stop picking on you from now on. And if he tries again, you come to me. Got it? You know, you know, my mind would be like, I'd be too scared for his life now. Because it's like, what if Bruce just decides to just show up and beat the crap out of him? I guess I can let it slide if it'll keep Bruce humbled and out of my hair. Bucky tussles my hair again. I can't escape it. You gonna grab some food? Crowds aren't really my thing. I'll find some way to kill time till things die down. You could stick around. I always need more help coaching. What? Will I have to? You will have to wear the hat. Yes. Hard pass. Thanks for the offer, though. Anytime, bud. Rest up, yeah? We nod each other off, and I make my way down the hall. I suppose that's two people I have to be on the lookout now. Bruce and that Ryan guy. Though hopefully that talk with Bucky will keep him off my back. Ryan's also a lot closer to my size than Bruce, so I could probably handle the situation in the worst case scenario. I've had run-ins with guys like that when I was in my amateur circuit topside. Just keep my mouth shut and don't say anything that could start a fight. Anything I have to say in response can be said after the fight is over. And winning those kinds of fights got me the promotion I needed to get into Fang. That's not exactly a promotion in hindsight, but I guess anything to get me out of that dead end rut. Even if this ended up being another dead end rut. Ugh. I hate thinking like that. I gotta find something to distract me. I question, can I just talk to Drayden again? We already did that. We already did that. What else is there to talk about? Well, we got another part done, so I think it's a good time to cut it. And hopefully get this out earlier than 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to test it. Drayden's handling some other important business right now. I feel like I need a break anyways. So if I hit classes are out and Bucky's grabbing food. And he'd probably make me wear that stupid hat. No thanks. Okay, I had to check. I thought there would be a part 2 or something. Alright, I'm going to go. Catch you guys later.